Today you're going to make these really cute clay snails. You remember what we practiced to help us make the clay snails last week? Do you remember what that was called? If you thought it was a coil and then a spiral, you guessed right. If you forget the directions, I have them on your table. The first direction says, break the clay into 2 pieces. Now I have 1, 2. I'm going to take one of the pieces and I'm going to roll my coil. And if you remember from last week, we practiced what to do when you have a skinny side and a fat side. So now I'm going to take my hand and work on the fat side to make sure they're the same. Now with real clay, sometimes the clay gets a little flat. And you can just kind of gently tap it if it starts looking flat. When you have a coil about that big, you can start rolling it into a spiral. You start on one end and you slowly roll it. Now you're going to notice with the clay that didn't happen with the Play-Doh is the drier it gets, it will start to crack. If it starts to crack, don't worry about it. Just don't keep handling it with your hands. The more you touch it with your hands, the more the clay is going to crack. The next piece is going to be the body of the snail. And this can actually be pretty short. And you can make the coil fat. So roll a fat coil. Remember, if it starts to get flat like that, just hold it on its end and tap it down a little bit. If it gets skinny on one side, roll out the fat side. Now, it doesn't need to be very long. It only needs to be as long as the coil that's on your sheet. So if I hold it up to here, I have a lot extra, and I can just take it off. And I'm going to put the coil on top. Now, I can't keep it like that because it won't stay. Eventually the clay will dry and they'll separate. The snail will come off its body. So we have to do something called score. And we're going to score it with a fork. Not too hard, just gentle. And we'll be around to help you with that. And then you have to add a little bit of water. And then I'm going to score the bottom of my shell. And I want you to score the part where the coil ended. And then I'm going to come around with a squirt bottle. You'll stick it on top. And if you want, you can position the head a little bit. You can even add a mouth if you want. And you'll have the tail. We will hand you a wet paper towel. You can open it up. Wipe your hands first. And then clean your area. Somebody will come around to collect it. I will pick quiet helpers at the end of class.